Hey, it's Dan over at Loxo with a quick look at candidate assessments. This is a brand new feature that we rolled out with the new redesign of the profile page or flyover page in Loxo. And you're going to really love this feature. It makes it really easy to share a candidate's information with either someone you work with on your team or to formally share it with a hiring manager over at a client company, let's say, and give them the ability to write an assessment about this candidate and submit that assessment. So we're on a profile page, the one for myself here in Loxo, and this all starts at the share button here. But before I go there and show you how to share this profile with either someone on your team or with a hiring manager, notice at the upper right, on the right-hand column, we have a tab now called Assessments. And this is where assessments are going to be gathered or stored for candidates as they are generated, and also where you can write an assessment, or anybody on your team can write an assessment about this candidate using the Add button here. But before we start talking about the assessments, let's talk about the sharing process. So use the Share button here on the left side, and you can share this candidate with what we call a quick share with someone on your team, or formally submit this candidate to, let's say, a hiring manager. Either way, it's pretty much the same process. So let's go through this. If I choose quick share, first of all, you get to configure what information about the candidate are you sharing with the person you're sharing this link with that you're going to generate. So their name, their location, job profiles, tags, resumes, agency information, avatar, education profiles, skill set, social profiles, job information, and other assessments that have been written about this candidate previously. So you decide, maybe you just want to share certain bits of information, not all of the information, that's up to you. And then also you can associate it with a job in question. So if you're chatting with someone on your team about the Tesla licensing manager gig, and you think that this person would be a good fit for this job, indicate that to tie this assessment that you're requesting to the job in question, and hit the next button here. And that's going to generate a unique link specific to the email you're about to send. So here is the copy and paste share URL. The share link has been generated, as you can see. So you'll hit the copy button here, and you'll simply go over to your email system and send an email with this link embedded into it over to whomever you are sharing this with. And I can show you the way this is going to look when they get that email. It's going to look like this. So basically, I shared my own profile with myself. So check out this guy. Hey, Dan, here's the dude I was telling you about. So here's that link. Okay, check them out and write an assessment if you have a moment. Thanks, Dan. So you get the idea. So when someone that you share this with clicks on this link, it's going to open up this page here, essentially, where they're going to be given the basic information about the candidate under the profile tab in this display here. So in our example here, Ilya, shows the base salary that he's looking for, shows his job history, his work history, his academic highlights, and tags that have been associated with this profile. And at the resume tab, they're also going to be able to view the most current resume. Now, on the right side is where they can either leave an assessment. They do have an option to simply leave a comment. If they don't feel like leaving an assessment, we're not going to twist their arm. They can simply write a quick note and submit that back to you. But if they choose to leave an assessment, basically they'll see at the top here the job in question, and they can start writing an assessment of any length. They can keep typing as much as they want. I'm just going to put in the word test here. And then down below here, they can do a 5-star rating system. So if they think Ilya is a fantastic candidate, they can assign a 5-star rating. And using this drop down here, they can actually accept the candidate or reject the candidate if they don't want to move forward with this person, or they can shortlist this candidate, right? So 3 options that they will have. So reject, accept, or shortlist. And once they write the assessment, they can submit that assessment. And when they do that, that's when it's going to show up in that assessments tab that I showed you back in Loxo. So a pretty easy process to generate the link to share this profile with either someone that you work with, you want to share it with, or to formally submit this candidate to a hiring manager. Now, if I choose that one, you'll see that it looks exactly the same. Okay, so the email is sent to the person. They click on the link to fill out the assessments. And when they're done, the assessments show up here on the right side under this assessments tab. Now, from here, anyone that views this profile page can sort the assessments by which job. They can sort the assessments by who wrote the assessments, and also by date, right? So here we have the assessments. This guy is perfect for the job. This guy is great. Skill set matches, background looks solid, appears to be a perfect match for the position, etc. Right? Easy to sort of read these assessments. And again, anyone that shows up here can click on the add button and write an assessment, right? Leave an assessment. So maybe I'm someone on the team, and so I'm writing an assessment here, and down below, same options in terms of a star rating, identifying the job in question and submitting that assessment, or simply leaving a comment about this candidate or this contact and submitting that as well. So the ability to leave assessments on the fly is another fantastic aspect of the assessment process that's been rolled out. So as you guys can see, it's a very intuitive process, but if you have questions going forward, reach out to us at support using the chat button down here at the lower right whenever you're logged in, and we'll be happy to chat with you about candidate assessments. All right, thanks very much for taking the time out to watch this quick training video.